be 2 songs by one artist, 2 songs by the next artist, till finally we're like, I think we're out of songs right now. Too many songs on 2 for Tuesday. Gail will be with us. She's on the phone working out some details for my cancer game. I have her do all the important stuff for me. Now, that OKC, nobody's going to beat them this year. I mean, they're just too damn strong.
Yeah, it's too deep, it's too strong, it's too floppy, it's too good. Even without the flopping, they're still too good and too deep. It's over for the rest of the NBA. It's over.
Why does everybody act like LeBron let the team down? He's fucking 59 years old. You know, he missed the fucking shot at the end of the game, but
he's so old. And the team around him currently is so not good and not deep. You know what I mean? It's like him, Reeves got healthy, and then there's Bronny. I mean, Luka's just fucking pounding beers somewhere in L.A. right now.
Yeah, if you're going to bitch about anybody, it should be Luka.
Yes.
Because the biggest ability is stability. You know what I mean? You got to be stable. You got to be stable.
Good.
Earl, you got to be scared of OKC.
They look terrifying, but I feel good about my Knicks. I feel really good that when they played OKC, they were able to hang with these guys.
Can I tell you something? You'd be better off back in Stevie Nicks right now because
hang with them? No, dude. That D is too strong on the Thund.
Yeah, they weren't getting run out the building. They can.
Well, I was teasing you. You have every right to feel confident in your team. I mean, if these two run together, first of all, you got to get past either Chris's team or the Beard's team. I mean, you're going one way or another. I don't think that's going to be as easy as you think. You know, no. you're asking the Knicks to stay high. You know.
Yeah. Traditionally, when teams have that long layoff, that first game, they always come out real flat, and that's my worry. I hate the long layoff for that very reason because they were riding such a high wave, and then to just turn it off for an undetermined period of time.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird, no matter what happens. It's gonna be weird, but it's fun. These have been fun playoffs. Even the blowouts have been fun to watch.
Oh yeah. And that game last night was a fun watch because the Lakers, it was going back and forth. The Lakers were in it, but they just got fucking whacked. It happens. They're playing a super team.
Well, like you said, it's over. I don't know what is happening in L.A. You know what I mean? I don't know whether, they got to make some major fucking moves. But they're in the playoffs. Most teams would be happy to go to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Earl was thrilled to get to the playoffs this year.
I mean, L.A. wasn't supposed to get the first round. They got into the second. The Rockets were supposed to be like the hot team.
Yes, you're right. And I'll tell you something right now. L.A. is a great big freeway. You put 100 down, you get a car. And if you do, they'll make you a star. But I know the way to San Jose. I've got lots of friends in San Jose.
That's good.
That may be the greatest song ever written, by the way.
It's up there.
But here's the thing. It got even better during Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
I heard a rumor that it's possible for next season, LeBron and KD may go to the Warriors. Now, this might be fan fiction, but it is
I have no
possible.
time for rumors. I don't give a shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? None of that matters to me. When the teams are set up, I'll watch those games. But I don't want to sit around and pretend I'm a fucking general manager making phone calls. I don't give a shit who gets drafted where. I don't care what happens. I don't want to hear that somebody's got the next 5 years locked up. Everybody's wrong all the time in that game.
I'd be such a horrible general manager of any sport. I don't care what it is. I'd be terrible. I'd be fucking just blowing it every season. I wouldn't last the season.
You know how I was asking for port hats from Andrew over at Snacks and Design? Mm-hmm. What I didn't know, and this is embarrassing, he had sent me like a nice little Survivor pack. Oh. We should put that on stories for my time dealing with this. You know what? the bad thing.
The bad
one. Yeah. So thank you, Andrew. That's very nice. Please know that we're paying for the hats. All right? I mean, we want the port hats.
Give us the port hats. We have money.
I'm trying to get... Oh, I didn't know you had money. That's great. What I'm trying to do is get the rights to Portlandia.
If we can wrestle that from their hands...
I don't want to wrestle it. I want them to hand it to us with nothing... You know what I mean? Nothing but a, hey, good luck with what you're dealing with.
That's the right thing to do.
That's all I want in this world.
Come on, Fred Armisen.
I want to make $1.01. I'm a simple man. I love a lollipop in my mouth, hot butter up my ass.
Love that dude. So much better than the Colonel.
Dude? The Colonel, can I tell you? I mean, it's weird. In Boogie Nights and then Magnolia, just one old white guy had a bad ending and everybody else got treated nice. And both guys did something horrible.
Just totally awful.
Yeah. This is something I just want to bring up. Seinfeld is still bitching about Friends after all these years. He feels like Friends stole from Seinfeld. They stole the premise from Seinfeld. Now, there are people, and Earl's one of them, said that I think Seinfeld stole from Martin. Was that the fucking show, the black show?
Yeah, Martin was a Fox show, yes.
I know it was a Fox show, but same premise. Go ahead, Chris.
So it's essentially, I don't know if they stole it, but essentially in the black culture, they say Martin is the black Seinfeld. But these are just all sitcoms. I'm going to look that up.
Earl.
Yeah, Martin. That was a part of that whole block of shows that came out when Fox rolled out.
Okay, I want you to know something. I don't have a history of the block of shows of when Fox rolled out. I need you to be my expert. But it felt like you tried to white-splain to Earl when you just said the same thing that Earl said, Chris.
Now, I have actual information. Seinfeld premiered 3 years before Martin, so it's the other way around.
Okay, no, they never stole from Martin. Then there was another show, I believe.
There was a show.
Yeah.
There was a show called Living Single, which a lot of people said that was. Was
that before Seinfeld?
That was no. They said that was Friends ripped off from Living Single.
Okay, forget. I can't do that.
Living Single came out a year after Martin.
I can't be derailed over and over. I need you guys to say, Ron, you're talking crazy. But here's the thing. It's a sitcom, Jerry. You made $1 billion yourself. Larry would have $1 billion if he didn't get divorced. You're both very happy. Leave Joey and Friends alone. Phoebe, the whole gang.
Ross.
I don't know about Ross. It seemed like nobody liked Ross.
The both of them have such a giant slice of the pie. Yet the Friends people never talk shit about Seinfeld though, right? I mean, it's usually just a one-way street right there.
Well, I mean, they have nothing they can talk shit about. What are they going to say? They're an uglier version than us.
Imagine if they did, though. If they did,
it made sense when we got girlfriends. It didn't make sense when George got girlfriends at all.
And who runs a fucking contest about masturbating?
Well, that was a funny one. You have to admit that.
No, of course. Yeah,
I would have liked to seen Friends do that as well.
Imagine. That's an idea, right? Bring back Friends, but give them Seinfeld plot lines. Call it Sign-Ends.
Okay, they're all 60 fucking years old. Nobody wants to watch them masturbate now, Chris. All right, we just realized how much we need Gail in here to kind of, level this. All right, this was sent. David Brenner said Jerry ripped him off. And then Richard Lewis says he was ripped off, not by Jerry. He was ripped off by the other guy who had a New York show, and he was with Helen Hunt.
Paul Reiser.
Paul Reiser, yeah. He always said Paul Reiser stole his personality from the TV show Mad About You. And by the way, Paul Reiser's happy in life. I don't know. You know what I mean? Everybody should be happy at a certain point.
Just get to that point. That's the journey.
Is that the journey you're on, Chris? To stop?
I don't know.
Feeling like you're in Eastside Dave's shadow still after all these years?
Oh,
do you feel
Eastside
like
Dave
did a better sports show than you did? You felt like you were over your head?
At the time, I may have been, but I felt like I was in there punching. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know anything about most things.
So you thought rather than get knowledge, you just start punching? Because that sounds like a thug life. And I feel like you're stealing right now from NWA.
Speaking of Eastside Dave, he texted me last night, Ron, middle of the night. Love you guys. Send my love to Ron. Love you.
I get that text all the time. And then he also says he's in Central Jersey. And then he sent me a picture of the church where he's praying. I had no idea that there was a church that big and that beautiful in Central Jersey.
Really?
Stunning. Yeah.
When I was growing up, we went to St. Patrick's, but the Queens version. Mm-hmm. And I remember it being pretty big and actually quite shocking now that I look back on it.
Are you saying it's not big?
It's not as big as I thought it was, but I thought it was at the time because I was a small boy.
I mean, what do you think it's at? Because, I mean, you're in a city neighborhood there. You're not.
Oh, yeah.
You're not, on Fifth Avenue. But
I'm going to say it's at 120 people.
That's all?
That's
the tiniest church I ever fucking heard of. That seems like a church that should be in Hooterville, not in fucking Queens.
It was in a very desolate part of Queens, Long Island City. Nicer now.
But that doesn't make it any bigger.
No, not at all.
Gail, welcome.
Thank you.
We got off to a super bad start without you.
No.
Two guys talking crazy to me the entire time.
Oh, no. I hate to hear it.
Stanley's trying to tell me that his Catholic church sat 120. A fucking one-room schoolhouse would sit more than 120 people.
Not in New York City. No way.
Can I tell you something?
Sat 120.
The stand sits about 200. And you're telling me your church wasn't as big as the stand?
That's like a basement.
Yeah.
All right. So I did my own research right here. It states 300. So I was way off as a youngster.
That's still really
and
small.
Still small.
A Catholic church in New York.
And the balls to call it St. Patrick's.
There's a lot of places called St. Patrick's, dude. Fifth Avenue didn't make up. St. Patrick is a fucking saint.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many saints.
You get the same kind of titles to a lot of Catholic churches.
That's interesting because I never thought about it like that. I just thought St. Patrick's, and I figure like everyone just lays off. All right, that's the St. Patrick's. We'll go to another saint.
No,
because then look up. This is Eastside Dave's church, St. Catherine Church, in Spring Lake, New Jersey. That's where Davy Mack goes, and you could have taken Earl's Church, Chris Stanley's church, and St. Patrick's Church and hidden in the middle of the Spring Lake Church, and you never would have found them.
Good God, it's gorgeous.
Wow.
Is that beautiful?
This is amazing.
Really stunning.
That belongs in Italy.
Yes. Look at the roof. It's crazy.
Here's the thing I'll say about a Catholic church. You don't have to be a religious person. You don't have to be a Catholic. If you go to a mass and then you just sit in that beautiful room and you hear the chants and the call and response, you smell the incense, you just go to a meditative state. And you're just like, this is a nice experience. I don't know.
You know what I don't like is modern churches with all windows and shit like that. And there's you don't have the Stations of the Cross. And I'm talking about Catholic churches.
Right.
They leave that behind. I'm like, what am I, a Methodist?
Yes.
Earl, what's your religion when you used to have a religion?
I was a Baptist.
You were a Baptist.
I am a Baptist, but
you haven't been to church in 6 years.
True.
So let's be
You're
honest
cut
here.
out.
You would have no idea how to act.
I think you're
in the
unbaptized.
church anymore.
That many years?
I mean, imagine you go to anything. You haven't been there in 6 years.
No.
You know what I mean? Let's suppose you went to college. you're a freshman, and then 6 years later you come back and go, hey, I'm still a freshman.
I go here.
You're like, you don't go here. You're a fucking ghost right now. There's the New York Public Theater, and I'm very proud to make this announcement. They're bringing Girl Interrupted to that theater with the soundtrack, the music of Amy Mann that she was on our show. How many years ago she's been trying to get this out there?
I feel like that must have been maybe 2020, 2021, because I feel like it was
in that area,
era interview.
And beautiful album. I listened to that album a lot when she brought it in for us. So I'm very, very happy for her, and I'd love to attend this.
And it's at the Public?
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, it's great.
I love them.
It's a great place.
Always have.
I'm going to ask Chris Stanley a question.
Oh.
All right, so we got the Harlem Globetrotters, very popular. Savannah Bananas, incredibly popular.
Huge.
The most popular baseball team in America today. They play football stadiums. They play in front of 100,000 people. Where is the football version of this? America's favorite game doesn't have their Savannah Bananas of football.
This is really interesting. My first thought was that football's too violent as opposed to basketball and baseball, and how you're going to make that more fun and globetrottery, Savannah-y. My second thought was that the Savannah Banana people are trying to push the NFL to not do that, so they have more of a monopoly on the current Globetrotters.
It's a huge fucking country. Okay,
have a lot
there's
of
people at games every night in this country, so there's enough room for another silly team. But they're trying to get this flag football thing going. Why aren't those guys out there having fun, doing crazy shit, acting like they're throwing buckets of water, but it's confetti into the crowd?
Brilliant.
The way I loved the Harlem Globetrotters when I was a kid, I wouldn't even know where to find them now.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't heard from them in a long time. Although I saw a video, and I guess like what do the Savannah Bananas play? Like, what is that league called?
There's no real league. It's just a made-up fun thing.
Exhibition games that they travel around the country with.
I saw a video of the Indianapolis Clowns, who also do a Savannah Banana-like performance and social media presence. And the guys on there were so foxy. I was like, move over, Savannah Bananas.
Well, you know that they say in American sports that the baseball player is the most attractive. They are like what the soccer players are.
Sure, that makes sense.
To the rest of the world. And I brought this up many times on the show, I believe, that when I was a kid, there was a traveling softball team called The King and His Court. And it was Eddie Feiner was the pitcher. And I believe they traveled in America for 50 years. 50 years. And there would only be 4 of them. And they would play against 9-player teams. The King would pitch blindfolded. Then he'd pitch behind his back. He would pitch from second base. And they would smoke fucking teams. And it was an unbelievably entertaining, fun thing to see as a kid. And I honestly think they would beat the Savannah Bananas in softball. I never saw them pitch overhand. But in softball, I think they would destroy the Savannah Bananas.
He was pitching 114 miles an hour underhand. This guy was
He was doing that in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. The guy was unbelievable. He started in 46. He was playing into the late 90s.
Wild.
That's really crazy.
And he would play against local teams. They would a lot of times they would do it for a charity, and all the people would show up, and you might be able to see your gym teacher get struck out, and everybody would be clapping and yelling and shit. You know, it was great. It was a great amount of fun, but you know that was a different America. Okay,
sure.
We were united against the Vietnam War. 100% of us.
Yes.
Were like, let's draft. Let's go to Vietnam.
Oh, I see.
All of us were on the side of civil rights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's make sure that everybody gets their own water fountain. Each
individual.
Yeah.
Water fountains for all, individually.
Love
because
water.
that's just better hygienically for us all.
It just makes good horse sense.
Yeah. I sent you a video of the very foxy Indianapolis clowns. And I was like, look, I don't know a lot of details on this, but I feel like they were giving the bananas a run for their money with just general vibes.
I'll just say this.
Click.
Send in the clowns. Let's play all the clowns.
Would you rather be a clown or a banana?
Here.
Just as
I like the yellow uniforms, and I like the way the owner wears a yellow suit and runs around. And he's saying that Wall Street is trying to pay their way in. And he goes, the first thing they're going to do is have crazy prices because they can get it. They're going to do this and that. And he goes, I'm trying to keep this for the fans. Right. And he spells fans with a PH. Because he's a huge, huge fan of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah, fanatics.
Ezra, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddies, what's up?
Hey.
Gail, first of all, I love your dog video. Really, really cute.
Thank you so much. Dolly is up on our Instagram today.
Number 2, Earl said the Knicks would fail in the finals, so he doesn't get to cheer. But 3, the XFL, O&A, they had a chance of being the Savannah Bananas, but I think O&A ruined that, didn't they?
Well, the O&A audience kind of ruined it for them, but the whole he hate me thing, I mean, people, do you know how many times they've tried spring football and it never fucking works? I think it's going on now, you know what I mean? When Gail was little, I used to take her to arena games because it was close. And that was fun, but it wasn't really football.
Yeah.
Now, Earl, why didn't you stick up for yourself that you can cheer for your team?
Of course I can cheer for my team, and I don't give a turkey what Ezra thinks, but look, the Knicks are locked in right now. They look fantastic.
He's a Knicks fan. He's saying you're the one who said they could lose in the finals. But that was before they won their last game. But stick up for yourself. Don't make me do it. And can I tell you something? Sometimes you have to give a turkey, Earl, when it's your team.
Aaron, you're correct. The UFL season is currently going on. Tickets are cheap.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Who fucking cares?
I really tried a couple of times, at least twice, to you know what? I am going to get into this spring football. It's just terrible. It's just impossible. It's just not. It's not.
I remember when Burt Reynolds owned part of the Tampa Bay Bandits, and that was the USFL, and Donald Trump owned the Generals. And a lot of people said that Donald Trump went to the NFL, tried to get a team to torpedo the league, blah, blah, blah. And they blame him. I don't know. But you can't make the move too early. Even the AFL couldn't. The AFL, I think, was the last league that could pull that off. Unless you want to go back to the, wherever the fuck the Nets came out. I forgot. ABA. Yeah. Hey, Ray, what's up, buddy?
Hi, Ray.
Hey guys. Hey guys. You remember the Coors Light? Coors had the silver bullets. They would go around and do exhibition games. They were softball, but they'd play minor league teams and all that. I don't know if you remember them.
I don't remember the silver bullets. If anything, Bob Seger should have been involved with them.
Hell yeah.
They had a male and a female team, I think.
Well, it seems like women's softball could be the next thing to go pro.
Yeah.
People tune into those college games, and they're a lot of fun. Hey, can we put a little volume on Gail's mic? Is it just me?
She was coming in loud and clear for me.
Okay.
All right. Maybe my ears are just going out. Lord knows when the cold one blows, it'll turn your head around. I'll tell you that right now. All right, I got a new beef here. And this is something that I guess they do give a turkey about. You know what I mean? It's not... Some things I don't give a turkey.
Right. But this
one I do. So I got immediately into porch rock. And I'm like, I love to see the backyard things. The kids are filling the streets. They're singing. Everybody's going crazy. But I've noticed something. These guys will play the old rock songs, but they also play the hackier numbers as well. And I'm worried this is just another version of karaoke. It's not rock and roll. It's not even faux rock and roll. It's just a chance to get people to sing the hackiest songs ever written.
Right. That you, really it's the experience of everyone singing it together, less about the performance in itself.
Well, it's not only that, but you're singing the wrong songs. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't have seen a cover band in the 80s doing Come On Eileen. It just wouldn't have happened.
Right.
But that's where we are now. And every town is going, hey, we could have a porch rock here. You know what I mean? But I'd like to fucking hear some Aerosmith. You see what I'm saying? I'd like to hear some AC/DC.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear some Bad Company. I like to hear some ZZ Top. 70s ZZ Top, not the 80s shit.
I understand
I like to hear some Stones. But I don't need another fucking band doing Don't Stop Believin' and Mr. Brightside.
This is the problem.
I saw somebody had posted something that was like a bar that just had a sign up that said, no Mr. Brightside after 11 p.m. They just gave it a cutoff where they're like, you're going to keep putting it on the jukebox, fine, but not after 11. Then you're cut off.
They said that song has been in the top 100 or 200 for 9 straight years.
It's so fascinating to me because, again, I've made this point. It's not that when it came out we disliked it, but it was a song. It was a song.
Yeah,
just a song.
It was popular, and then it became not popular anymore, and we moved on. I think that when we heard it, we went, "Oh, what a good song!" And then we didn't. It wasn't precious to us in real time.
Precious.
Column.
I know, Gail, that you always like when a celebrity drops by.
I do.
From Ohio, it's Dexter. He played on the Indianapolis Clowns. Dexter.
Whoa.
Dexter.
Hi, Ron, Gail, everybody. How you doing?
How's it going?
Well, I'll tell you. What happened was in 1967, when I got out of high school, the Indianapolis Clowns traveled to my hometown of Waterloo, Indiana, and Satchel Paige was actually pitching for them.
Jesus.
So they stayed in a little motel. I went out there to get his autograph, but he was entertaining somebody, so I couldn't get to see him. But then I knew about them, and then in the sporting news the next year, in 68 and then also in 69, I answered an ad to come down and try out for the Indianapolis Clowns and what we called the College All-Stars. And I went down and tried out and made the team, and I played for 2 summers. First year I was on the College All-Stars, and there were like 3 of us went to college, but the other guys were just College All-Stars. And the next year I played on the Clowns. Now the story is, of course, the Indianapolis Clowns disbanded around 1954 as a Negro League team, and then it became a barnstorming team. And it was usually an all-black squad, but in 1967 there were major riots, as you remember, and then in 1968 the owner decided he would get 5 Caucasian players to, I guess, ease the racial tensions or something. Anyway, I was one of those 5 for a couple seasons. And then you also brought up Vietnam a little bit ago, and I'm also a Vietnam veteran, so I thought I should call in and weigh in.
Dude, you've got everything.
Yeah, fascinating guy.
Nailed it.
The clown story is what I want to focus on because I got to play one game in Old Comiskey Park, and I hit a triple. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I'm rounding those bases, knowing that was the only game I was ever going to get to play in Major League Park.
Yeah. The Old Comiskey Park was great, too.
I love
we're going to send you into the pretty good prize closet. I mean, you're a clown, you're a vet. You did the whole thing.
Yes.
Find him something nice.
Something cool.
Yeah.
Something clown or baseball or both related.
See if we have a lot of stuff signed by Satchel Paige. He never got that when he was younger.
See if what kind of Satchel stuff we have.
Yeah. I remember Delroy Lindo did this show one time, and I forgot, because he had done, and I told him that my dad had seen Satchel Paige play when he was a kid, and Delroy turned his full attention on me. And he goes like this, he saw Satchel. And I was like, he said he did. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! now you've put me on the spot.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of details. But
he's a very serious man.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether you saw the fun little hospital pack that I got here from our good friends at Snacks and Design, Andrew and the gang.
Oh, man,
but they had sent that before we asked for the hats.
Oh, my God.
That came in today.
That is so sweet.
So, Gail, you were talking with the staff, right?
Yes, I was. I talked to our guy and got some pretty great news, stuff that we've been looking forward to and waiting, and now we can get the ball rolling. And
the experimental stuff?
Yes. It's cool for me to say. Ron just got approved into...
Yeah, you don't have to say where it is. But.
Yeah. But he just got approved into a clinical trial that is very specific for his specific mutation, and really feeling very hopeful and good about working with this team on this clinical trial. And it was a lot to get to this point. And Ron had to do lots of tests, and we've been waiting. So that was literally, I got the call just as I was supposed to be on the air.
I found out that my mutation that I have, which I didn't even know it's a mutation. I'm just finding, I didn't pay any attention when everybody was talking about health-related stuff. But my mutation officially makes me an X-Men.
Yes.
So I don't really know exactly what I can do.
Yeah.
But it is a mutation. Mm-hmm. And while you people were making fun of Chris Stanley for the way that he holds his legs, dresses, and his shoes, he was there supporting me.
That's right.
All that, along with Gail. Well, really, everybody but Earl was there. Deb
that's true. Actually, Deb and yes. My mom, of course.
I heard there was a messy hot dog being launched at the Hard Rock, so he had to. It was.
You know something, Chris? I like joking too, but we're talking about a life or death situation.
And this is why people are going to comment on the way that you stand and hold your body.
You know what they say the best medicine is, Chris Stanley?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Seriousness. Seriousness is the best medication that you can have. The best medicine.
Yes.
I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna write a script of that for me.
And you should listen to Ron because he's an X-Men, and we just found out how he got accepted to Xavier School.
He'll be going upstate, and I have to live there.
The School for Gifted Children is what it is.
I know.
That's what we've been waiting for.
That's what I'm about.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Gail, a lot of people are saying this thing about Stu Leonard's, the same place that has the butter dipped ice cream.
Yes.
They also have a lobster roll pretty much soaked in butter. $15.
That's good for a lobster roll.
That's good for a fucking hot dog, right?
That's a very good point. It's
love
cheap for a
this.
beer, as we've found out.
Yes. Look, they're fucking coming straight at Costco. Like Costco, the fucking hot dog's $1.50 or $2 or whatever. But a lobster roll for $15, that's essentially the same price cut.
First of all,
You're
why
trying to make
bring up
this about
Costco? This is
Costco and a
about
$1
Stu
hot-
Leonard's.
No,
which people love.
Look, here's the thing. Most of the places you go to get a lobster roll, you're spending $20, $25 for a very, very small little lobster roll.
Yeah,
And
we got one across the street from us.
Yes.
Well, and underground. But you're happy the entire time you're eating that lobster roll.
Yeah, you
Let's not
are in
forget
pure
that.
joy. I'm never complaining. I might look at the price and scoff, but then I'm eating it and I'm very happy. Very happy.
They said that Costco people are standing in line to get in Costco because of what Biden did to the fucking country.
Oh, okay.
Disgusting.
Now, here's what I have to ask you. If I make this pilgrimage, as I said I would this summer, to get my butter-dipped ice cream, is it wrong for me to first have a butter-dipped lobster roll followed up by a butter-dipped dessert?
There's a Stu Leonard in Yonkers. And
not that bad.
no, you can actually even get off the fucking train if you want to there. And you'd be able to go get yourself. I recommend you have the ice cream and then the lobster roll.
You think so?
So yeah, it'll settle your stomach.
Okay.
I always have
I have
ice cream before seafood.
You have a pint of butter, too. Just fucking tell them
Like,
to
I'm
melt
just
it.
worried that's like a larger quantity of butter than I tend to consume in one singular day, but
Butter's good for you.
that's true.
You
It's
can
healthy
eat more
fat, I
butter
think.
than you think, to be honest.
You really can. You know who ate almost nothing but butter?
Who?
Joe Louis, the great boxer.
Yes,
He would
very
get up
strong.
every morning, eat a half pound of butter, run, come back and eat another half pound of butter.
I just
he
worry-
loved it.
I worry that I'm not burning the same amount of calories that he would in a day is my only concern.
You're burning
But-
more, Gail, okay? Look,
You
just
think so?
drink the butter. Just drink and eat the butter.
They
and all
say if
butter
you
products.
drink it in liquid form, the calories almost don't even count. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're sitting around eating full sticks of hard cold butter, yeah, that's gonna add up. But once it becomes liquid, that's like that's another way to hydrate when you.
It's a drink. It
Yeah,
is a
that's
drink.
that's a beverage.
And I'll tell you what, I don't give a turkey what anybody says about butter. You know what I mean? I want that butter,
Yes.
even if it's a butterface going out with me every day.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
All right.
When I finally go, that's my butterface weekend.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Now, Earl's a butter butt. That everything on him is fantastic until you get to his butt. And then
That's a
it's just
shame.
flat.
That's really a shame.
Ew.
Now, Earl, I know you were disappointed with the New York Times making up a list of the best songwriters. And like all New Yorkers, you wanted to know why Billy Joel was not on that list. The New York Times has put it out. The New York Times has angered a lot of people in New York and Long Island, and the people in Jersey are celebrating because they feel like Bruce over Billy. But the New York Times writers got together, and I believe you have this, do you, Deb?
No, but I'll grab it.
Okay. Do you have it, Chris?
I don't.
thought I sent it to you guys last night. I'm so sorry. Because I have it on
find
the
it.
thing, New York Times, right? And I feel this is fucked up because you're not going to know which one that I won. I think it was on TikTok.
I have the one that you sent. I'm sending it to Chris.
Okay, I did send it. All right, good. So I just really want the first writer. I don't want when they all start to break in because the first writer is the important one. So this is why Billy Joel is not considered one of the greatest songwriters by the newspaper of record, the New York Times.
Here he comes.
Okay.
Good example of a person who writes 1 or 1.5 kinds of songs really well that also people before him wrote really well and people after him wrote really well. I love that I'm delivering this to camera. I'm really going in.
We're clipping this.
No, yeah, we're really going in. I like Billy Joel. I just want to go on the record and say I like Billy Joel. I know you don't like Billy Joel. I like Billy Joel. People I love like Billy Joel. But if we are making a list of 30 greatest living American songwriters, you're not only saying what are they great at, you're saying what aren't they doing? What is the thing, what is the reason I wouldn't put them on this list? And Billy Joel exists in pre-existing traditions. He's good at it. Some days, I think, great. But you got to draw the line somewhere.
I don't know. I mean, I guess...
So here's what he's saying. Yeah, and stop him there. Mm-hmm. He's saying that somehow Billy Joel hasn't pushed the art of songwriting ahead.
Right.
You know what I mean? But how many people... By the way, Joni Mitchell also was not on this list, who did push the art of songwriting ahead. But you're somehow penalizing Billy Joel for being in the standard of songwriting.
Here's where I have an issue, and I really feel like I'm a good person to take this because I'm not like a Billy Joel fan. But I think to penalize him because of that, when oftentimes we would call that an original, right? Or like that, like only he could have written that song from his very specific style and form, that you would penalize someone for not having people copy him immediately after, I don't think is a good reason to say someone isn't a great songwriter, personally.
Well, when we have the Billy Joel channel on here,
yes,
it's fucking fascinating because Billy will say, I was a big fan of the band Traffic, and I decided one day I wanted to write a Traffic song. And so I did this. And he'll do it with the Rascals. He'll do it with the Beatles. He will tell you, and I mean, you don't consider this a talent? That he decided to write in the style of that band. He was somewhat of a chameleon, which is a lot of times in somebody like David Bowie, it's celebrated.
Do you
with
feel
Billy
like
Joel, they attacked.
Do you feel like it's possible that leaving him off was strategic? Because of the way Billy Joel fans feel about him, now the discourse is a debate. Where Billy Joel fans, let's say if he was in that top 30, would see it and go, yes, of course he's there, and then move on. But now you have kind of stirred up the giant fan base.
But you know what? I don't even want to accuse them of that. I think that they're kind of musical snobs.
Yeah.
And you could just tell by the way they were talking.
Yeah.
Sure.
That anybody has written these songs before or after. So if you write, some of his songs are written in the tradition of the Great American Songbook. Some are written as doo-wop. You know, some are written as straight rock and roll. He writes in a lot of different styles. None of them easy to have a hit with. You know what I mean? He was having hits in the 80s that reflected the 50s.
Yes. Yeah.
And also, he's traveled the entire world playing these songs and driving people crazy every time he goes out. Here's the other interesting thing about Billy Joel, because it took him 3 or 4 albums before he started to sell out arenas, right? Mm-hmm. But the second that he did, he never got smaller than an arena again the rest of his life.
That's crazy.
And I'm talking about a guy who his manager ripped him off for money, which was also his brother-in-law. It did not affect his lifestyle. He had plenty of, alcohol and substance, bad problems. Never affected his lifestyle or his ability to draw a crowd. He's never had problems filling the fucking room. It's ridiculous when you think to yourself how big. He hasn't made an album of pop music since '93. Could sell out any fucking size venue.
Absolutely.
Plays big.
Yeah.
He's like the Savannah Bananas.
Yes.
He's gone into Chicago, played in Wrigley Field. He's gone into Boston. But he's done all the Shea Stadium, Yankee Stadium. He plays stadiums on the regs. Mm-hmm. So What are those people, insane?
He did 90 months straight at Madison Square Garden.
But why not 100? That's the part that bothered me.
So close.
That's what the New York Times has a beef with, really. I mean, that's the underlying thing.
You better, you're going to thank anybody for that. That's the owner of Madison Square Garden. And, of course, the world-famous Stevie Nicks for saying, Billy, you can do this. It's worth $2 million a month, one day.
Great point. Why hasn't Billy been in the Sphere? Like, that's...
Well, right now he's not feeling well.
Okay.
Right.
And guess who's helping him with everything? His daughter. Keeping an eye on everything.
That's so sweet of me.
It is sweet of you.
I'm saying it's sweet of her.
Everybody but Earl's been doing great. Chris has been doing great.
Yeah.
Deb's been doing great.
Yes.
We're moving this up. I'm going to be living in an experimental world from this point on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like an astronaut in many ways.
Oh, for sure. An earthbound astronaut. But
Who
earthbound
says earthbound?
You.
That's right.
In many ways, you're the human star child.
Ooh. Earthchild.
I didn't even think of that. There's a hero. But did Billy Joel write that song? We're holding up a hero.
I think that was ghostwritten.
Paul McCartney's now saying that he turned down the Netflix roast. It has to be in the middle of everything. Can I just say, what kind of sick human being would roast Paul McCartney?
That's so weird.
Gee, I wonder what'll come up. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, that would be like,
why would
seriously,
you do it?
like roasting the Pope.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Oh, wait, we do that. I forgot.
Well, this Pope. And the last one?
Earl, is there something that you want to say that hasn't been said?
The thing that I'm just like my brain is just getting fried over. Like they literally punished the guy for being eclectic, for being durable,
But yeah, I understand. But is he punished? They just didn't make the top 30. Like if we're gonna feel sorry for anyone, do you know how long it would take me to get to Billy Joel, who lived an absolute fucking life of royalty?
1% of 1%.
Now I'm going to act like it's terrible that he didn't get on some nerd list that the New York Times intellectuals, and you've lived in New York your whole life.
Yes.
Have the critics ever been good to Billy Joel?
They've never been good to Billy.
So why are you shocked and why is it blowing your mind? Why did you expect him to be named up there with, let's say, a Paul Simon, who they've always loved?
Yes. But even though he wasn't a critical darling, the public said different. And I mean, the
That's
results...
why he would do very well in the public list. And he has. That's what I'm talking about, selling out stadiums. But are critics allowed to be critics? That's the other part of this.
You can have a criticism, but there, like that, it just wasn't rooted in any kind of reality or facts. Like the facts speak for themselves that this guy is an amazing songwriter.
Did you send a letter to the editor?
You know what? I will send a letter to the editor. Because
but you haven't yet.
Yeah.
They're already having roundtables of all the fucking critics talking about it, dude.
For the same reason Ron said, we're also talking 30. Like if they had made 50, would he be on it? 100? I
and
feel
we
like
said Joni Mitchell didn't make the list.
Yeah, if Joni's not on it, then do we even need to worry about the list?
I'm worried. I'm concerned. I'm concerned that this list is going to fall into Russia's hands.
Oh, God,
and they're going to use it
Putin.
against the Ukraine. Speaking of critics, we lost a big New York movie critic, Rex Reed, who is kind of in my life for two reasons.
Hello?
When we first started talking to about the character of Fez Whatley, we went through different ideas, and he was going to do, I think he was doing a gossip column for the Ron and Ron show, and he goes, well, how do you want me to do this? And I go, be like Rex Reed when Rex Reed goes on the morning show. because I always remember a thing with Rex Reed when he was doing A Star Is Born in the 1970s and acted like the music from that film made him physically ill. Like he had a lot of big problems with Chris Christopherson singing. And I always found that to just be hilarious.
That's so funny.
So that was one of the closeted gays that Fez based himself on when Fez was straight. The other thing is I had to go to see a screening for a movie and Chris Stanley went with me. And I'm trying to think of the name of this movie. Do you remember it, Chris?
Killer Joe.
Yes, Killer Joe, done by the great playwright. So we're in this tiny screening room, and Chris Stanley is sitting next to Rex Reed. And there are some consent, non-consent sexual things taking place in this movie where Matthew McConaughey was forcing Gina Gershon to suck a chicken leg from his pants. Right?
A drum.
Yeah, a drumstick. And Chris Stanley was moving next to Rex Reed back and forth as if he was covering up an erection and moaned twice.
No, Chris.
I did.
So fucking funny to me. Like, it was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Because, you know, Rex Reed, he lives in the Dakota. You know what I mean? He's not going to run into a lot of street urchins like our own Chris Stanley.
I will remember that forever. It was at Magno, which is around the corner from Sirius. I'm sure it's closed now. It was one of those awesome screening rooms all over the city. You never know they were there. And watching that scene, everything you just said was fucking true. Like, oh, like that was the shit I was fucking.
He felt like he was watching porn at his house.
It was a taxi driver almost.
And then also passed away today. We lost to Craig Morton, who was one of the early Super Bowls, like Super Bowl VI, and then was traded from the Cowboys. I think he went to Denver and got into another Super Bowl, but lost that one. And then ended up with the Giants for a couple of years. But one of the original guys did make it into the Hall of Fame, but he's got a ring. He passed away again today. So we lost two old timers today.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Hey, look who it is. It's our friend Carla.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, honey.
3 quick things. One is like when Gail said you made the drug trial, like I got goosebumps all over. So I'm so excited for you. Second thing, Gail, what's better than Hot Girl Summer is Butter Girl Summer. Go eat all the butter. Okay.
Butter Girl Summer. That's our sweet spot. This
I will join you. I will have some for lunch today.
Butter Girl Summer.
And third thing is Chris Stanley. As a fellow tall human, when you take a picture with someone, don't lean forward. Lean from your side at the hip. That way you keep your height and you're in the group photo. Okay?
I love it.
This is a great tip. This is a really great tip because I love when somebody has anything that will help me. Like somebody told me once about like body positioning, that like if you position your body like differently, and I did it and was like, that's a huge difference. Chris, take this note, try it next time, because I'm very interested to see how it works out, because she has a point. You lean down in a very strange way.
And
well, it's not fun.
Carla celebrates her height.
Yes.
You should celebrate your body, Chris Stanley.
Yes.
No, it's shameful.
And here's the thing, okay? I don't know if people know this. I'm not the tallest, okay? So when Chris is in a picture with me, he tries to make himself look small for some reason. And that looks strange. It makes you look strange. also makes me look strange somehow.
What?
So I think we need to celebrate our differences and just go, hey, there's a tall guy in the group, and that's okay.
Look, this is a DM that came in from a fellow named Joe. He said, I was behind David Schwimmer in line at Rib Fest in Chicago once. When we arrived at the sauces, I heard him turn to G-Love and say in an incredulous voice, wow, look at all these sauces. There was only one mild, medium, and hot. And he had said it unironically. I guess that he lived in such a Hollywood bubble.
All them fixins fucking blew his
Wow,
mind.
look at all these sauces. 3.
Wait a minute. Chris has come up with a good idea. Do you consider sauces to be fixins? It never dawned on me. Like the sauce, most places already comes on the ribs or chicken.
Here's the thing. I thought fixins were more of the kind of solid foods that you might add. A pickle, a tomato, a lettuce that add to whatever you're working with. Yes. I feel like a sauce goes into a place of condiment. I could be wrong.
But the sauce, if you're getting ribs and you want sauce, it should be cooked in. You don't want to dip cold fucking sauce with your hot rib.
Here's what I'm saying. There is such a thing as a sauce station, but a sauce station isn't also fixins. But within a fixins bar, there is a sauce station. And the amount of
But that's not what we're talking about. The thing was this. Is a sauce a fixin? Which, by the way, I hate the word fixins.
I hate it.
Like enough to murder somebody.
Well, but what about when it said like fixins?
Well, I do like that because that's was it Eastbound and Down that had the fixin station?
It was, yes.
Yeah.
At their kiosk in the mall, that was a potato bar, I believe, with a fixin station.
Well, those things I consider to be fixins.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
everything that goes into a stuff, but
Right. Yes. Exactly. A cheese, a bacon bit.
Right.
I don't know. A chopped tomato or something.
Chive.
A chive. Yeah. Fixin.
Fez Watley said fixin so many times that I told him he was never allowed to use that word in front of me again. Because guess what he loved above all else? Fixins. Right? So anytime we went out to eat, he wanted to know what the fixins were. And I'm like, we're not in that kind of restaurant. All right?
Right.
We're in Manhattan.
Right.
All right? We're uptown girls tonight.
We are.
Living in our uptown world.
I'm going to say per capita, Manhattan has the least amount of fixins bars in the entire country. There, I just said it.
Per capita?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're going to have the least amount.
There's
People
so much
don't
capita.
move to New York for fixins.
I will say this, though.
You go to Nashville for fucking fixins.
In Asian restaurants, like a hot pot or whatever, or like one of them Korean meat places, they have nothing but fixins. It's fucking wild, actually.
I've only once experienced like a full, authentic hot pot meal. And it was so authentic that me, my husband, were the only non-Asians at the place. And I go, this is amazing. This must be perfect. This must be the best place there is. And then we got there and I was like, we don't know what we're doing. So there was like there was a point where I was like, there's no possible way we're doing this right. This is so complex of an experience. There's so many different things that could go in the hot pot. I don't know the length of time any of this is. Is this juice to be drank or this juice is to not be? It was very confusing.
Put your fingers
Delicious.
in it, the juice.
I mean, and I just went like, is there someone at like a hot pot guide for the virgin experience? I realized I should have gone with like a very experienced hot potter.
I was in a Korean bar once, and 2 of the busboys had been in K-pop bands and were forced out.
Oh, no.
Were they really hot?
Not at this point. They were kind of
right.
beat down by life and a government that claims to be different than communists, but it sure runs like a for-profit communist country.
Thank you.
I don't trust those Koreans at all.
Well, don't worry. They have population collapse. So,
I heard the same thing about us. Dr. Oz was saying Americans got to start having them babies.
Yep.
These pronatalists are out of control. Look, these are the problems. Japan, Italy, and South Korea. Those are the real problems. We're fine. Look, don't listen to Oz.
We're America first, okay? You've got more boomers taking so much money in. Yep. Who's going to fucking pay for it? You, Lieutenant. You. I forget who all the people's names in it, but I was trying to do like a Jack Nicholson. But my favorite Stevie Wonder song of all time was "You Have My Baby." What a lovely way to say how much you love me. You have my baby, so I didn't pull off and I filled you up with my gravy.
Oh my God, that's what he says?
Yes, he's disgusting.
That's a bit much.
He's a freak.
But in his, and I will defend him, he can't see the lyric sheet, so he has to go from memory.
Sure.
All the time.
So sometimes he just makes it up.
There's a couple of the older rock stars that you see teleprompters putting the lyrics up at all times so they can look at it when they need it. Some of them are some of the most famous singers in the history of this country and made it onto the songwriter list that Earl and his fellow critics from the New York Times left Billy Joel off of. Why? The same prejudice against Long Island that New York has had for a long time.
And it is a real thing.
Earl, read us the letter to the editor that you're writing right now.
I'm going to write it.
Why not? You got time. Start on it now.
Will do. Because
what do you got so far?
Said, dear editors.
Oh, I like that.
I am shocked, appalled, and pissed off at
you don't want to open that hot.
No.
How about this? Dear editors. And when I say dear, I'm talking about the animal in the woods that scrounges for food.
That's good. It's foraging, essentially.
But you just can't come flying into this.
Yeah,
no, it's going to
scare them off.
Here's what I'm worried about. This trial that I'm under, right?
Yes.
It took me a long time to be accepted.
Yes.
Will I be found guilty as charged?
It's not that type of trial.
Not with Stanley as your lawyer.
It's exactly the type of trial. Speaking of Long Island, Gail, you tell me that there's a dessert that I should involve myself in.
Yes. I was just alerted via social media about this. And as I say the name, let me just preface this with no jokes, please. It's called the raspberry cream pie. Oh. And I told you guys not to laugh, okay? A cream pie is also a literal thing, not just
it is a
dirty
literal thing.
All right, is it a raspberry cream or is it a cream with raspberries?
It's a cream with, it looks like almost like a raspberry puree. It's very famous at this particular place in Long Island. It looked so good to me, and I went, I'd like to present this to my friends and see what they think of the raspberry cream pie.
I got some good. Oh God, that's very thick with the raspberry puree. Now I have a very good friend and coworker heading out to golf in the Hamptons very soon. Have you put together a date yet, Chris?
No date yet. We're working out a date, but it's coming soon. Me and Kev are gonna fucking light up the links.
Well, that's great. Now, would it be a problem for you to come back on the train with 20 to 25 raspberry cream pies?
Literally zero problem. I'll probably have to stay there overnight, get there in the morning to get all 20, but that's fine.
But here's the problem. What are they going to be like after that ride home? Right. I feel like you got to eat that in the parking lot.
I'm going to send you guys a picture because I feel like the angle that Chris gave, you don't understand what the slice is. So I've just sent everybody a picture. And I think you see it, you see the consistency of the beautiful cream. Yeah. And you see the jammy raspberry top. and I was quite intrigued.
Well, it looks
We're all
lovely.
getting cream pied.
Yes, I said I accept this cream pie right now.
Bet.
Consensual cream pie.
Yes.
Now, Long Island has those farm stores. They call them farm stores, but they're very high end. And there's really great things grown on Long Island. There's the ducks that they could have. There's the seafood.
Yes.
There's lobster rolls. They do the whole thing. And it looks fantastic. Every time I'm out there, I'm having literally the time of my life.
And this is one of those types of places. I think it's called like Briarmare Farms, and this it's like exactly like that, like a little farm store. It looks like people are like walking out with it, walking outside. It looks like a beautiful summer day in Long Island vibes with their raspberry CP, I'll say. CP.
Did you guys ever watch that Amy Schumer TV show where they were out on Long Island and it was based on her marriage, so her husband was growing things and cooking food.
Yeah.
Every time I watched it, it looked delicious.
There's also, I could be wrong that it's Wishbone, but there's a gal who every summer she is like a personal chef to a very rich Hamptons family.
I've seen
and then
her.
She shows her day to day what she does, and she takes the heirloom tomatoes and makes a tomato salad for lunch, and then she shows the lobster rolls that she makes in dinner. It's so good.
Great news for you, Gail. Here's Mike from Long Island, and he's had the pie. Go ahead, Mike.
Mike?
Hey, guys. This stuff is amazing. It's on the North Fork, so it's where the vineyards and the farms are, not in the Hamptons.
Okay.
Right.
But anytime out that way, we will stop, and we will get, I'm partial to the strawberry over the raspberry. But that and the chocolate cream pie, you should fucking kill people for it.
I will kill them.
Yes, I'm willing.
And eat it over the top of their dead bodies.
Yes.
We went out. Do you remember again? It was I guess Juju was little, and we were on the North Shore of Long Island, not all the way out to the North Fork.
Yeah.
And we spent a couple days in just like heaven.
Yes.
And we were in this old kind of stone house that belonged to like a fishing family, right?
Yes.
And we got there, and all the windows were open, and there was a very strong wind blowing through the house. And it was one of the most magical fucking days and nights of our life. Then the next morning, I wake up, I go out on the beach, and it's early in the morning, and I just hear this thing, and I look up, and these biplanes, these were flying overhead, like 30 or 40 of them, going to an air show. And I felt like I had stepped into a different timeline. It was insane. People like make fun of people who spend the summer on Long Island, but it's fucking glorious.
The way I felt about that house and that experience, like, I literally, I'm not ashamed to say this, I cried when we left this Airbnb. It was just an Airbnb, and yet I was like, I can't believe that I have to leave this place. The house was so cool and so old, and then all this like old, like, you know, fishing gear and stuff like that from their family, and then so old that like they had like tin type photos of like ancestors of theirs. It was so cool.
It was crazy.
It was so cool. And yes, it was like no AC. It was just the wind off of the water that was our AC for the whole like weekend. And then because it would be like so cold at night, it would be like in like a sweater, but it was summertime, and it was like so beautiful.
Here's Dan from Long Island, also very familiar with the pie.
Hello, everybody. I'm passionate about the pie, but what I will say is, guys, don't drive all the way out there. The pie's not that good. Stay away. Don't do it.
He's lying to us, Gail. He doesn't want us buying the pies.
Oh, I get it. Don't throw me in the briar patch, eh?
Yes.
Guess what? I'm getting that pie.
I'm getting
there.
two pies.
And I'm bringing all my friends from New York, and we're coming out to Long Island, and we're going to make the line so long because we can't wait to get our raspberry CP.
Sounds fantastic. Here's Mike in Massachusetts.
Hey, Bennington.
Hey.
Ron, before I get started, I hope and pray that you make a full and speedy recovery, and you get me through each day. So I'm hoping that avid fans like me get you through each day. But
Thank you.
I have to admit, I disagree with you on the Fixins because I grew up in East Hanover, New Jersey, and as you probably know, or maybe you didn't, that the Fixins bar, that came from Roy Rogers. So when I was a kid, my parents used to take me to Roy Rogers for good report cards and such, and we always visited the Fixins bar for either the horseradish sauce or the barbecue sauce to go along with our roast beef sandwiches. So it's a thing. And,
Well, hold on. I went to Roy Rogers when I was a kid, too. And are you saying no one in America used the term fixins before the Roy Rogers restaurants, who probably started in the 60s?
I'm 58 and a half years old, so that's all I know. So it was ground zero for me.
They may have
showed me the way
taken that,
forward.
Yes.
from some chuck wagon with a guy named Cookie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I will say this. I do know that Roy Rogers does have a Fixins bar. That's what it says over it. However, I have never been to it because I never get the burger when I'm at Roy Rogers, because every single time I get the Gold Rush chicken sandwich, which is a fried chicken sandwich with Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, slathered in honey. And I realize how fat this sounds, but I love it.
Doesn't sound fat.
Roy Rogers would always have fresh burger, so they never was frozen. They would have the burger patties ready to go every single day. But here's the thing. In the old cowboy movies, every wagon train had a guy making food for the entire wagon train. And that guy was always in a screaming bad mood. I mean, he was little and he was angry with guys that had guns that could easily kill him. But nobody else could cook.
Yet all he ever cooked was, I don't know, beans and bacon and cornbread from the movies. It feels like it was just three things on that menu.
Are you saying that they didn't have any buffalo at any point going out west?
They had to.
I mean, that seems odd to me, Chris. No
I feel
deer, no bear.
I must be really hungry because just beans, bacon, and cornbread sounded so good to me right
Does sound good.
A lot of times those guys would just be eating jerky. You know, if you and I'm like, how much jerky can you eat? And what kind of shitting is taking place?
Yeah,
where you're doing nothing but eating jerky.
But can you imagine just how cut their jaws must have been from chewing on that jerky? It'd be the same as mewing. Their looks maxing with all that jerky chewing. Yeah.
Here's the other thing that used to drive me crazy in cowboy movies. That they would come in dusty right into town.
Yeah.
Go into the saloon and say whiskey. And I'm like, you're not going to have some water first?
Just one cup.
Before you have a whiskey or two?
You'd find my head in that horse trough outside.
Those horses started drinking right off the bat.
Yes.
Speaking of horses, Gail's horse was trying to use a soundboard of some type.
Up on our Instagram, there is a video of Dolly. She's trying to use one of those children's books that have the buttons that play audio on the side. And I think you kind of summed it up best, Ron, when you said it's like she's so smart and so dumb at the same moment in time.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I mean, the only person I've seen pull that off is Chris when he starts to explain a concept to us.
But she's a youngster. She's still a pup. And you could hear the frustration. Like, she is a very chatty dog, and she lets you know. And she is saying, I'm getting annoyed. I can't do it the way I want to do it.
At one point, she just did a bite somewhere near you.
She was so mad because I tried to move the book and try to show her. And then she just snatched her teeth at me. Like, stop trying to do it for me, Mom.
I like when she pushed her stuffy off of it.
It's so
Get
funny.
this on. This is the problem. This thing's in my way. Like, just getting so frustrated.
By the way, this is the second time that went up today. First time, Chris sent us the darkest video
Couldn't be
in history. And it was up for a while, and I'm like, this can't be seen. And I guess, Chris, this was the day you thought, I'll send a dark video, and then I'll sleep in as late as I can.
I look. There was an exposure element to this that I wasn't aware of. It was all my fault, and
yes,
but it was
of course
fixed.
it was.
Sadly, not. It wasn't. It was sent. It was where it had to be fixed, and that's. I don't know what the hell happened. I got to get on that.
But what did it look like to the eyeballs?
Yeah, why don't, when you finish something, because look, I've seen how many times you've made lockdowns, and they're always nice and bright. There's never been a time where I'm like, Chris, it's so dark, I can't see you.
It's, you know what, lighting and exposure and color grading, it's a whole different beast. And this was a weird mix down session issue that I'm going to look into. And won't
that was
happen
the
again.
issue.
Did anything, we just sent the other thing in, and it worked perfectly. Nothing need to be worked out or colorized. That's just shot with the phone right there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's straight phone.
The one I shot it with was just.
So you're acting like it was so difficult to take this thing that was plenty well lit and turn it into the darkest video known to man.
I didn't want this thing to look like a black hole. I would never. I did. Yeah.
It was like watching the last season of Game of Thrones. I was just
please
squinting
don't say
through it. Like, what happened? Who's dead?
But there's the thing shot from a phone. It's fine. What did you go to work on that you're saying?
You wanna like, finesse it a little bit. Get
No
those colors
finessing
pop a little
was
more.
needed. I just had 2 videos, and I just went, "Hey, should this just be one so people don't have to swipe?" That's all.
And then Chris was like, "How dark can I get this?" And
Is
the
it
answer,
an anti-dog
very,
thing? Because you're a
very
catman.
dark. Yes.
You're a catman. And what you hated was to see Dolly be so silly and entertaining and fun. In a way, perhaps, that a cat.
Can I tell you something about cat people, Gail?
What's that?
Yes.
Their theme song. See these eyes so green, I could stare for 1,000 years.
Yes.
It's like putting out fire with gasoline. How's that for songwriting, Earl? You got another beef about that like you did Billy Joel?
Love the bill.
Let me hear your letter to the editor.
Dear editors, the omission of Billy Joel from the 30 greatest American living songwriters list is a spit in the face to Billy, his fans, and anyone who loves songwriting. What makes Billy's body of work so outstanding and iconic is that it defied everything that was happening at the time.
What?
Like, that's what I'm kind of trying to work out right now.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't think you need
2
to.
sentences?
But it kind of but it stood out.
Defined?
Like it
defied.
Defied, excuse me.
Why was it
Well,
defying
that's
it?
yeah, because he's saying it's old-timey music. See, a lot of people accuse Billy of being like a crooner. You know what I mean? Like a 1940s, 1950s kind of. A lot of people, and you're friends with one of them, don't believe that the piano belonged to a record. They're turned off by the piano.
But the piano basically was part of the early days of rock and roll. It was like the primary instrument.
Really, over the guitar.
I mean, the guitar came later.
Let me make a call to Chuck Berry.
But you had Fats
See if he
Domino.
tries to hang himself. Look, Fats Domino wasn't as fat as people called him.
He wasn't.
He was, if anything, he should have been Chubby Checker, the original Chubby Checker.
Yes.
And then Chubby Checker should have just been Checker because he wasn't chubby at all. Now, Tubby Raymond also was not a fat person.
Was the Big Bopper big, though?
Oh, he was big. Hello, baby.
Chantilly lace.
This is a creep called the Big Bopper calling you up right now. Much older than you. He always sounded like he was someone calling a preteen, and he was in his 40s. Is that it, Earl? That's all you have written?
I'm just trying to put like songs together that kind of point out.
Attack the critics personally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Use the term monkey brains. Say maybe if you could do something with your monkey brains, you'd be able to write better.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to break here. I got to get ready for an experiment that I'm riding into. One never before tried by man.
That's true.
It's the Hail Mary of all medicines. But if I make it, I will extend my life by days.
Oh, not days.
Days. Anywhere from 12 to 14 or 15 days. I shouldn't even joke around like that because they could end up hearing this.
No.
And like, we don't want you talking that way.
We heard what you said.
I know. That's why I'm
and
saying
the
don't give
X-Men
out the
thing
name.
wasn't cool.
We don't like it. And monkey brains? We happen to be friends with many people from the New York Times.
Shit, I didn't know they were connected to them. God damn it.
It's elite. All right, we'll be right back. This is Bennington.
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show. Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show.
Hey, Ron, it's Justin Stengel. I'm very sorry it's taken me so long to leave a message on the wall. I've tried several times, and I honestly didn't know how to put into words how much you mean to me. I've been a fan of yours since NEW. I was lucky enough to work with you years ago and then eventually be your friend. And that really meant a lot to me. You're one of the funniest and smartest people I've ever met. I asked you several times if I could come in and just like watch you work. I mean, each time I was in awe. You make it seem very effortless. When you told me the news, I was completely shocked. I know it sucks to be on this path, but you will get through it because there's just no other option. I love you, buddy, and the Stengel brothers are always in your corner.
Hey, Ron, it's Greg Stone. You got no idea how much you mean to me and my my circle. Like, there are things I say in life every day that are just because you said them and they just stuck in there. The future is now. I don't even know if you remember that bit. It's just anytime I get anything new, I go, the future is now. I say goodbye, like, see you. That's how we all go. See you. That's how we say it. That's how you say goodbye in my house. I mean, you also showed me like what good comedy was. Because in my opinion, there was a lot of guys who were just doing like real easy jokes, but you always went deeper. It was always great. And then one day you believed in me, which is insane to me because you were like Conan O'Brien to me. And honestly, it was like whenever I would bomb, I would just look back and I go, Ron believes in you. You got to be something. I love you, man. I really do. See you.
It's Dave Hill. I'm here in Indianapolis today. I wanted to just say hey, and I'm sorry that you're dealing with this fucking cancer, and I'm sending you love and vibes, good vibes, and but I want to say thank you so much for having me be a part of Bennington Show. It brings me so much joy to come see you guys, and I love you guys so much, and I hope you get to the other side of this soon. And let me know if you need anything. I know people always say that sort of thing, but I mean it. Even if you want me to come, just give Chris Stanley the finger. I'm happy to do it. All right. I'll see you soon, I hope.
Ron Bennington, it's Derek Gaines. I'm praying that you push through, you feel good soon, and you get over that cancer. Fuck cancer, man. You're the golden god. Keep pushing. Keep being great. I love you, man. Thanks for always helping me promote my little albums on Sirius. Thank you for being a pillar at the old stand, killing them with the black suit on stage with the glasses, just letting them know you are the golden god. I always loved that joke that you had. And, man, yeah, I'm not going to get bummed out. I just want you to feel better soon. Keep everything going. Comedy needs you, man. Derek Gaines. Ronnie B.
Oh, man.
I love all those people, man.
Oh, man. You've made some just incredible friends. That's how I feel when I hear that stuff. Justin starting it off was so sweet. And, Justin Stengel has been such an incredible support to me too. And I appreciate it so much. And sometimes he just will text me like, how are you doing? How is today? Like, it's just really, really sweet. He's always checking in. He always wants to help out. And I just love that guy. Greg Stone, what he said, it's like that really.
His name is Greg Stone.
I just love that dude.
Me too.
It was so sweet. I love Dave Hill so much. I feel like so lucky. I was a fan of Dave Hill before I started doing this show. So it was just like this cool thing. I mean, like, I had met him at like a signing of his book. I had like waited in line for him to sign his book. And the fact that like
before you came into radio?
Before I started doing
I never
the show,
knew this. This is amazing.
Yes. I adored Dave Hill so much. I would always go and see him when he was playing in Brooklyn. And one time I went to he's written so many books now, but it was one that he had written called Tasteful Nudes. Mm-hmm. And I went and like stood in line for him to sign it and met him. And the fact that like I get to be friends with that guy is so fun and cool. And then Derek Gaines is awesome. I love that guy.
Gaines is like a guy that I love so much. I love his whole crew. 6 Foot Nothing gang out of Philadelphia. They all came up together. Every one of them is funny. And the interesting thing is they're all funny in a different way. And like in a little while ago, I got to work with Reggie Conquest more. And he's hysterical. And he did this thing about his sister getting a new ass and him being into the new ass very much. Every time somebody does a TV show or movie about comedy, Derek Gaines is in it. That's how fucking funny he is. Doesn't matter what. But I didn't know what he meant with the Golden God. And then I forgot. I used to say that when I used to drink and drive, I would be pulling into my driveway with such excitement that I would yell out, "I am a golden god." You know what I mean? Which is the old Robert Plant line from, I think, 1970. I know Earl never liked Led Zeppelin, but they were pretty big in my neighborhood. But I love all those guys, and they all go from a different direction. They all come from different places.
Yes.
Like the Stengel brothers, they're workhorses. They're going to write as many jokes as you possibly need. Dave Hill might do it with a guitar. He might do it with a funny song. He might just do it with a monologue. Derek Gaines, the energy that he has, and Greg Stone is one of the great improvisers of all time. He's going to go up there and have a panic attack in front of the audience. But so they all come from different directions, but they all end up at the laugh. And that's amazing to me, that at the very end of each line, there's a laugh there. It's a phenomenal art film. It really is.
Yeah.
And you're right. The Stengels, Jenny Hutt.
Yes.
Quite frankly, all of my Jewish friends wanted me to go into the direction that we're going now.
Yes.
And Chris Stanley, not 100% Jewish like these other people, but also was pushing for this. You're what percentage Jewish?
I'm 27% Jewish.
I feel like
okay,
it gets
great.
higher each time, but
That's great. But all of you wanted me to be in this program, and then, it seems like it's going to be a little more difficult than just, the normal thing, because there's going to be constant testing and all that.
Yeah.
But, it's not the kind of stuff I like to do. But when people say fight, I think this is what they're talking about, right? Just
absolutely.
do the stuff that you don't want to do.
That's
what I'm trying
essentially
to
it.
do.
That's exactly it.
And the weird thing is using the word fight, because it's also kind of releasing power to it. You know what I mean? You're saying, like, I embrace it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to go down that road.
Yeah. Also, Deb, who's been there 100%, thought that this was the way to go. Gail, you thought this was the way to go. Your mom thought this is the way to go. I was happy with the mom and pop hospital. It's a couple that have just this small 3-room hospital upstate. There's also, I think they have a niece who's a nurse there.
Oh.
And I
Nurse
think
niece,
a
they call her.
son-in-law who does, I don't know, blood testing or something. I don't know. They just seem great.
Really
It's like a Doc
nice.
Hollywood
Yeah.
situation.
They have amazing raspberry cream pies also that they make
Yes.
right out of the hospital.
The
that
breakfasts
part
are amazing. Yeah.
really was tough to turn it down.
But, here we go.
Yep.
It did seem like they were failing me in a lot of the tests. And I had to say, I think if you have testing new medication, you should pick a sick person. You know what I mean? You shouldn't.
Right.
I shouldn't be as healthy as you're
We
asking
wanted
me
you
to
sick,
be.
not too sick. Like, okay. And then even when they all came back, they went, yep, sounds good. And I was like, all right.
Here's what I need to do. When we first announced, a lot of people who have done this and that sent their here's how to feel better.
Yes.
Please resend those and send them to Gail.
Yes, send them to me, and I'm taking all the information. I'm like, I send it to Deb. I'm like, Deb, put this in a spreadsheet for me so we can figure out what thing is nutrition and what thing is for, care and what's for sleep.
Yes.
Like, we have all these different things. And, I also, the reason that I opened up my Instagram and made an official account is because the amount of people who just wanted to reach out also just to say like, hey, I've been through this, or I have been a caretaker.
Right.
I appreciate all that, and I can use advice because this is my first time doing this.
Yes. Yes. It's the first time for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Chris, of course.
Yeah, Chris has been in it a couple times, actually.
I forgot how many times.
Chris, you should actually be better at this.
Oh, yeah, I know. I am aware.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
He's the big red one. You know what I mean? He's fought North Africa, Greece, Italy, Sicily.
Yeah.
He's moving into Germany over the next couple of weeks.
And, it's funny because I call Chris when I get, frustrated about the stuff that I can't control and the waiting and the difficulties. And so the other day I was talking to him and I was like, sorry that like I get in these moods and I get so negative. And then he told me, oh, I was screaming at people.
Oh, I've threatened people's lives.
The way that you keep chilling me out and keeping me even, I thought that was something you were doing.
No. No, it's learned behavior, I guess.
Yes.
But it's
He was like, no, I've threatened people.
Yeah.
On the phone screaming.
Yeah. I feel like I don't want to scream at people who are going to save my life, maybe.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? In the same way I'm worried that a waiter would spit my food.
Sure.
I think it could even be worse.
Understood, but sometimes people need to be pushed a little bit, and being pleasant doesn't work.
I'm figuring it out.
Yeah,
I appreciate all the help that have led us up to this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Earl, you look like you're getting a little emotional.
Yeah, definitely getting emotional, yes.
What are you thinking about? That you should have helped a little bit? I'm kidding. I'm kidding you, buddy.
No, that was
it's fun to tease you. I love you.
Love you
what do
too,
you feel
man.
emotional about?
Yeah.
Just Gail, the way you've just been you've been such a Marine through all this, and it's just I mean that.
Is that a G.I. Jane thing?
That is something
saying
that
because I'm
you don't
bald?
normally say to women.
No, just like
Is it because of my build?
You've just been so.
Can I tell you something? That kind of statement is what got Chris Rock slapped across the face.
No, you've just done an amazing and wonderful job keeping it all together for Ron and keeping it all together just in general. I mean, I just have just such admiration for you, and I just love you to death.
Love you, Earl. I love you, Earl. Earl also sent me private text, not something he always does to tell me happy
What did it say?
Mother's Day this Sunday, and it was very, very sweet.
Earl,
Can I?
go ahead, Chris. You wanted to say
I
something?
feel like it means more if you post on the thread, on the group
You
chat.
mean like on the group
No.
chat?
You know
That's-
what? He's a one-on-one guy.
He's a one-on-one
Yeah,
guy,
you know
and
what?
Chris also, like, you want your accolades to
I
be
want none.
seen,
Right.
like, for everyone. You want everyone to go, oh, Chris wrote Gail Happy Mother's Day.
Keep me in the shadows.
For Earl, that's not important to him. He went, I want a personal message, and I want it to go direct to her.
He's so one-on-one that he's like, I want to play that game tonight. One-on-one. I one-on-one.
That's so Earl.
Yeah, you
I
nailed
like
it,
a
dude.
one-on-one.
Yup, that's it.
Then he says, she only comes out at night. The moon is
Oh,
big
yeah.
and bright.
That's a good one, right?
Yep.
Best one.
Well, I guess you guys are going to dump me now that I'm in this program.
No, what?
I figured this is the kiss off.
No, we get even closer, dude.
Oh,
Yeah. No, don't say ooh. Say yay.
Not the
Yay.
cream pie, Chris.
yay.
Yay,
Yeah.
I mean.
You know me, bro. Yay. I don't even know if I can have one of those raspberry cream pies now.
Why not?
That's a good question, but we're going to look into that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send them a message on the portal. How many raspberry cream pies is he allowed to eat on infusion day?
He's going to be bringing raspberry cream pies, and I think you're going to get some good records back from that.
There's a patient who keeps bringing someone with him who has butter dipped items that she's handing out to everyone.
Can we get a butter drip in this next time?
Not
Salted
directly
butter,
into
by
the
way.
board.
Not unsalted, salted. And grass fed.
Grass fed, salted butter directly into the infusion port.
And let's get a saucer of it too, just so we could taste it as well. Because that's the best
We're
part.
in the
to
mood
taste
for it.
that.
Yeah. What is today? Tuesday? 2 for
It is.
Tuesday?
It's
I
Taco
know.
Tuesday, 2 for
It's
Tuesday.
because I didn't say like, "Hey, buddies,
Yeah.
it's Tuesday," you know.
Right. I was
Then,
all
like
thrown
that
off.
sets the tone
It does.
of just knowing the day of the week. And I'm going to be honest, half the time as the intro was playing, I have to grab my phone quick and go, "What day of the week is it?" so I don't say the wrong day.
Now, when I see you guys, do all you want to wear a mask or just me wear a mask?
That's a
I think
good
it'd
question.
be easier if all of you wore a mask.
Yeah.
And I don't wear one at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I think it's just good courtesy, like everyone should be.
I know with Earl, you'll just have him stand in the parking lot and wave.
Oh, yeah.
Go stand by the
Maybe
tree.
from a subway platform.
All right. Is no game tonight, I guess, right? Is anybody playing?
It's a good question.
Thank you.
Yep. My Timberwolves versus
My.
the San Antonio Spurs. Wemby not kicked out of the league for that nasty
What
hit
did he
against
get?
Naz Reid. I think he got a fine. I mean, he's playing tonight. They don't really give a shit.
Can I tell you, those Timberwolves have been hanging on him, just fucking hitting him constantly. And so finally he put an elbow in somebody's chops.
Oh, yeah. Naz
happen.
Reid got fucking whacked like Charlie Kirk. I mean, that was a neck shot for real.
Can I tell you, Pete Davidson's in trouble for the same damn thing that you just said.
I redact that.
I don't know why they do a roast knowing what a roast is and then get furious with everyone who and most of these roasters had like 11 people writing for them. So
Yes.
no, Chelsea is not mad at Shane. They were all part of the same show.
Right. They're all in it. And they all actually knew they were going to be on a roast that night.
Yes, they all all their writers go out and have fucking dinner together.
And for me, like, I don't think I could be roasted, and therefore I wouldn't do it. They're like, yes, I'll be on the roast, and that's kind of what you have to keep in mind.
Well, I've never really been crazy about the idea of a roast because it's not people's regular jokes to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Plus, they're saying stuff that they don't mean.
Yeah.
You should have to mean it.
Yes.
Like, you should have to believe it.
You were just talking about all those people that left all those messages on the wall, right? All these people coming from different directions, right? In their comedy. Yet, in the roast, doesn't matter how you perform comedy, it's just one type. It's just reading mean jokes about X persons.
That you didn't necessarily write yourself.
Right.
Yes.
It's really weird because all those writers, most of them are young stand-ups and all of them are crazy good at writing just really cruel jokes. And this is supposed to be Buttergirl Summer. You know what I mean?
This
Where
is
we're just
Buttergirl Summer.
celebrating.
We should be dripping in it.
Yeah. And you know what that means, Chris? You're going to be baking bread 24 hours a day. It's like the entire
to
year,
sop it up.
You're baking bread.
Banged down a loaf last night.
Ew.
I don't like saying bang down a loaf.
That sounds,
makes it less appetizing.
All right, so that's it for us. Thank you for everybody's support. We finally have a real direction that we're going in. Won't be for the lack of trying. I don't know how it's going to go, but off we go. All right, so that's it for us today. Everybody stay safe, stay cool, and we are going to see you